Hi, this is Mick Jones of Foreigner. Thanks for watching Theatre News.
Mick Jones, it's great to see you. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Very excited about the show tonight.
Yes, we're at the Royal Albert Hall, Foreigner's 40th anniversary tour. Looking forward to it?
Oh yeah, especially coming back to England is always special for me, being born here.
Absolutely.
So it means a lot. It means ever since childhood I've known about this place, and finally here.
40 years? Does it seem like 40 years?
No, not a day over 39, actually.
I mean, yeah, the live experience still as enjoyable as it ever was, though?
Well, it is, especially the band has found a new, has a new lease on life. And it's just remarkable. In the last 10 years, I started the band almost from scratch again, and I felt that we definitely had something to offer, and there were a lot of people out there that wanted to hear the songs, and I put a great bunch of musicians together, and some that had been already in the old band and toured with us, and so it's been a fight to get back, and play prestigious shows and sold out arenas and stuff like that. So it's nice to do that again and feel we've achieved it on the second time round too.
Yeah, turning another corner. I mean, it doesn't get much better than selling out the Royal Albert Hall, to be honest.
No, actually, it's pretty damn good.
That's pretty much on top. We just come from a press call from Jukebox Hero The Musical. And the idea all came from a chance meeting with Diana Ross at an airport.
That's right, yeah. Way back, I can't remember quite when, but we were stuck in the airport for weather, and in walks Diana Ross, and I had met her once before, but I didn't think she'd remember me, and she did, and somehow we got on to talking about, because she had produced the movie The Wiz and the stage presentation too, and we got to talking about music for theatre and shows, and she said, "You've got a great song," I said, "it's called Jukebox Hero," and I said, "Oh, thank you." It was I was quite flattered, and we got together a few more times after that and talked about it and spent a little time working. Something came up and we just weren't able to really get into it, but that got me thinking, how maybe that's a possibility. So it was always lurking around.
And then you've got a very strong writing team, Dick Clement and Ian Lafreniere, who wrote Porridge, The Commitments, many others. I mean, have you always been a fan of their work?
Well, Ian's a personal friend, and as is Dick, and we've been promising to do something together for years, and finally, it materialized. And they're great guys, great writers. They have such a sense of, they're real. They like gutsy sort of stuff, and it's just been great to know they're on board, and just a great feeling about that.
Yeah, I mean, what is it like to see your music turning into a show?
Well, we haven't quite seen that yet. We've been auditioning, obviously.
Yeah.
I helped out with all that. I won't be playing in the show, so it's nor will the rest of the band members, but finding the right voices, the right acting ability, it's quite a deal, finding those people that can really carry the songs and express the meaning and the narrative and all that.
Are you quite closely involved in with the casting?
Well, I was there at the casting, and gradually I probably will pop in again in 3 or 4 weeks' time and see how things are going and give my comments, whether they're wanted or not. But obviously, with my songs involved, I can't expect them to be sounding like the original, but they'll have to. They have a little show treatment to them,
yes,
you know.
Yes, I'm sure they'll have their own interpretation of it.
Yeah.
But and it's going to premiere in Canada in August.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you're going to be there. Is that
like
that looking forward to as well, as much as playing live?
Oh well, I mean it's completely different. It's a different world, and it's interesting to see what goes into it. See, you know, the backroom boys, and see what, you know, how the whole thing gradually comes together. And as far as I can tell, it's been going very well. And,
I mean, are you a theatre fan personally?
Yeah, I mean, I take advantage of living in New York, and you know, there's Broadway, so I see a fair number of shows.
Great. I mean, at the heart of the show, obviously, the wonderful songs of Foreigner. Why do you think your body of work has sort of stood the test of time?
It's a good question. I mean, a lot of people ask that, and it's a hard one to answer. It's just, I think the songs and the melodies seem to remain with a lot of people. The lyrics maybe have appealed to different generations and don't seem to have aged too badly. So it's a combination of that. We have a great stage presence now, a stage show. We have a relatively new lead singer, Kelly Hansen, who's relatively new, 15 years with the band now. But so we've been able to create that fresh identity for the band, and it's really sort of part two. So
yeah, and but last album back in 2009. When can we expect another one? Any plans?
Well, we have at the moment we recorded an album with a symphony orchestra in Switzerland. It's in Lucerne in Switzerland. That came just out of the blue, and they offered us all this, that you can have the theatre for 3 days, 4 days, rehearse. You know, you can have the 60-piece orchestra, 50-piece choir, and it was like, wow! If now, you know, if there's a chance, now is the time to take it. So we did, and that turned out very well. It's been very well accepted, and as far as the studio album, you know, we're busy, you know, a lot of the time, and it's just finding that time to, you know, be able to concentrate on doing something new. But it's there. There's a glimmer.
Any songs sort of half written?
Not. Well, there's one called Red Letter Day, which I think could be ear-catching.
Excellent. And what's your advice to the cast members? What would your advice be to someone that's taken on sort of foreigner songs?
Well, I think, you know, the songs, whether, you know, whichever voice sings them, you know, if you have to sort of get that ability to get the song, the feeling of the song across, and that's what I kind of specialize in vocal production, so that's my kind of area where I think I can be helpful, you know, and constructive.
I've seen Foreigner across the years a few times, and vocally untouchable as a band, almost incredible, and they have always shone through on every album. Lyrics, it's incredible. It's very, very important.
Thank you. Thanks.
And yeah, I mean, Jukebox Hero is a must for any fan of the band, I'm sure. But what would you say to somebody that's not so in touch with the music of Foreigner?
Well, I think when I set out with the band, I wanted to avoid having albums that had filler songs on them, you know, like 2 hits and maybe the rest was sort of throwaway, disposable. But I think we managed to make albums that were, you know, you could listen to from top to bottom. Absolutely. And you know, and I think that's helped definitely even win over people that have never heard of the band before.
Yeah.
They like the songs, you know. So
great. Well, I mean, you're looking in good shape. I'm looking forward to the 50th anniversary.
Well, Me too.
Thank you very much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.